hello, hello. What's going on tonight, everyone? Welcome. D-Many, what's up? Dusto66, how goes it tonight? Mouse, Shy, Bloody Scythe, Stitches. Thank you for the follow, Lance Leisure. Yeah, this deck looks pretty sweet. I'm really excited to try it out. It's Paranormal Activity. Hello, hello. Everyone else. I'm doing pretty well today, Flashlighter. Oh yeah, the guy running 2 spells into Chalice on the same turn was so good. Oh, I almost couldn't control myself laughing on that one. As I mentioned then, I've seen people cast spells into Chalice, and I've done that, but I've never seen anyone cast a spell into Chalice, and you could tell there was like a pause where my opponent realized what was happening and that there was a major punt there, and then he just immediately tapped 2 more mana and cast a second spell, and then ended up conceding the entire game, and they were in a winning position. Like, they still were likely beating us, even after all that. I don't know if we were really favored to win, but they were just so ashamed. They scooped up the whole game. Fat, thank you for the follow, and Holiday, you as well. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I died laughing, and I was making the video. Opening a Berserk today? Awesome, Jay Zoller. That's super sweet. Rub666, thank you for the follow. So yeah, today we're going to be testing out this deck that is... that was in match 2 of Legacy Enchantress that went up on Sunday for Much Brew. So it was against Tezzerator. So match 2 of that, and it's towards the end of the match. Actually, our opponent scoops the entire match. Or it was in game 2 and we had won game 1, but the match ends right after that happens. Gonna play Mono Red Burn tonight? Nice. Oh, I don't know. We don't really have a name for followers. We should come up with one. That's a good idea. What would I do at Wizards? Rob666? Sulito, thank you for the follow. So this deck is sort of like the old Birthing Pod decks. Actually, it's a lot like them. What would I replace Noble Hierarchs in Voice of Resurgence with? That's a good question. Well, for Voice of Resurgence, an easy choice would be a school. That's a good idea. A school of goldfish followers, Olive Gardeners. You could easily run more Strangleroot guys for voice. They're not as good, but I think they would be fine. Jankovites. Well, thank you, Rob666. Maybe that would happen someday. Also, I don't know if I mean, it would be an honor to work at Wizards. But I wouldn't be able to do a lot of fun stuff. I kind of like being in the community and hanging out with everyone and making janky videos. If I was working at Wizards, I wouldn't be able to talk about cool stuff. I wouldn't be able to do as much stuff that I do. So I don't know. Yeah, Against the Odds was really fun. I'm glad you enjoyed it. So anyway, you could play more Strangleroot guys over Voice of Resurgence. I'd have to think about another 2-drop. Unthias, thank you for the follow. As far as Noble Hierarch, that's a little trickier. I guess you'd probably want a Mana Dork, but you might be looking at like Elvish Visionary? Llanowar Elves? I don't know what else there is there. But, so anyway, this deck, the idea is It's basically like Birthing Pod, but instead of Birthing Pod, we use Eldritch Evolution as like a one-shot to find what we need. Abzan's Pilgrim's a good idea as well. So we have a couple of different things going on. For one thing, we can assemble Spike Feeder with Archangel of Thune. And if we get Spike Feeder and Archangel of Thune, we pretty much just win. We gain infinite life, our creatures get infinitely big, so that's sweet. Otherwise, we have a bunch of cool one-ofs. Necrotal kills something, Linvala locks down creatures, Revelar can get back combo pieces when it dies. What's up, Murph bro? Bo? Wall of Omens is another good option. Yep, for the voice shot, that's a good call. Rexage, and so forth. Orzhov Pontiff as one-ofs, and then Kitchen Finks, Voice of Resurgence, and Stranglerootgeist are our main sacrifice targets for Eldritch Evolution. And then we have the backup plan of just playing a bunch of Siege Rhinos and trampling over for victory. Well, welcome to your second live stream, Valupi. Otherwise, pretty straightforward. The sideboard, we have a ton more one-ofs. Eidolon of Rhetoric for Storm, another Rexage, Malira for Infects, and Collector for Control, Gaddock Teague for Expel Tribal, and Offensa, Spellskite, some removals, some Thought Seizes. So it's very much a Birthing Pod-ish deck. Yeah, I think that's because Necrotal, we can sack Strangleroots and Voices to get it, when Shriekmaw would be a bit more 1-2 high of a converted mana cost. For us to get off those, we'd have to sack like a Kitchen Finks. Yeah, I don't think this is like a dedicated combo deck. I think this is pretty much kind of a value-y Siege Rhino deck that just sometimes is going to randomly combo off. Yeah, that was fun on the Tuesday stream. Oh, we drew so much life gain. So we're going to do a league. So I see the creator of Rick and Morty founded a VR studio. Just think someday we might be able to watch a stream of... Ooh. Sweet. So yeah, it's kind of a value-y toolbox deck. Yesterday morning was a misclick. Just like you sometimes click through your attack step on Moto, it was basically that, but with streaming. I've done that twice, I think, since I've started streaming. The buttons are right next to each other, so it's actually pretty easy to do. But I did it once with a box opening, and I went quite a while on that one before I before I realized it. Yeah, this deck looks fun. So, yeah, let's jump into a competitive Modern League. Also, big Moto news. They have draft leagues coming shortly, which should be pretty sweet. Abzan Evolution. Yeah, I probably deserved a pump for that. Do I use Flashback Express? I don't even know what that was. Oh, so you tried this box, Fat Fighter, and it didn't do anything? Ugh. Well, hopefully our experience is better than that. So Draft League is kind of cool. The downside is it's not like a regular league where you play people in your same pod. So you join the Draft League. When there's 8 people, you draft just like normal. But then when you play the matches, you can play anyone else in the league that has the same record as you. So when you play your first match, you'll be 0-0. You'll play another 0-0, but it likely won't be someone that drafted with you. It could be, but it might not be. So you can play basically anyone at any pod in the whole league that has the same record as you. If you're having video quality issues, try setting quality to source. which hopefully will solve it. That's other people have said that recently, and then if they set it to source, that has fixed the problem. So hopefully that does it for you as well. Yeah, Matchu of Legacy Enchantress was so good. Alright, let's get this lined up. Kengi, thank you for the follow. So, oh yeah, reminders by the way. If you want to see old streams, like when we played a ton of life gain and got a salty opponent on Thursday, check out the MTG Goldfish replay YouTube. And of course, if you want to support the stream, playmats, and so forth. Our opponent says they never get to go first and they feel bad. Poor opponent. Alright. This hand's kind of okay. We don't really have any big finishers. Victus SC, thank you for the follow. We don't have any big finishers, but good news is we have a Gavany Township, which is kind of a finisher all by itself. So we'll just lead on our Noble Hierarch. Pass the turn. Sacred Foundry, untapped. Jeez, everyone on Moto is playing Burn. There's not a song command at the moment. Opponent reveals a Kitchen Finks. Probably not what they wanted to see. Let's just Township and run the Kitchen Finks out there. Nice roadblock against a Goblin Guide. What has been my favorite daily instant deck tech? Oh, jeez. I don't even know if I can answer that. I do so many of them. I mean, we have one every single weekday. A favorite? Whew, double Lavamancer. You don't usually want 2 Lavamancers. Usually 1 is plenty. Well, let's... Birds of Paradise. Birds of Paradise. Godless Shrine, tapped, and just pass the turn. Oh, well, welcome, Greg. Opponent goes attacking. We have a Siege Rhino on top. Oh, our opponent revealed the Siege Rhino to Goblin Guide and just insta-scooped. Oh, sorry about that, opponent. My favorite color to play is usually blue or something that involves blue, but I like mostly no salt, just the insta-scoop. If you ever want to see the deck, ! Deck should get you there. Oh, thank you. The Deploy the Gatewatch deck was fun to play. Rhino is pretty scary. I wish Silverback format was officially supported on Moto. It's like Pauper with commons and uncommons, typically in standard or modern legal. Interesting. You could play it unofficially, but Wizards doesn't support a lot of different formats on Moto at this point. Yeah, so Kelder, thank you for the follow. Yeah, if you haven't followed the Twitch, that would be awesome too. Yeah, one of the downsides is they are getting rid of 6/2/2/2s and Swiss, and I mean, I don't think I can really make it change. That's the downside of not working at Wizards, is I can't really influence those things. But I have been tweeting and telling everyone that they should get rid of one of those. Like, get rid of the pack per win Swiss, turn that into a league, keep the 6/2/2/2s for now, see how it goes. If everyone is playing leagues and no one is playing the Swiss drafts, then get rid of the 6/2/2/2s as well. But it seems like there should be some option of normal drafting for players that don't want to play single elimination. That is a Necrotol. Well, we want Spellskite. Yeah, we actually better sideboard real quick. Thoughtseize is too painful. Maybe Sin Collector. What do we not want is a good question. Rexage doesn't seem great. And, well, I guess Linvala, we saw Double Grim Lavamancer. We have a lot of life gain. We can potentially just win by gaining a bunch of life. Maybe go down one path to exile. Let's try it like that. Yeah, if I hadn't seen Double Grim Lavamancer, I would easily side out Linvala. But I kind of... Grim Lavamancer is kind of good against us. Thanks for the follow, someone whose name I unfortunately just missed. But shout out to you. Bolt the Phase, turn 1. They're not getting rid of it, they're turning it into leagues. So Swiss drafts will be leagues now, which in a lot of ways is a good thing. You can play on demand, you don't got to play all your matches at once and so forth. But the downside is you don't only play people from your pod, which is a little awkward. In some scenarios, you'll just play someone else in the league with a random record. Yeah, this hand I think is going to be okay after all. I'm bad at vintage. Thank you for the follow. There is the wildest Nicodle and a Swift Spear. Oh, so this is like a Zooey burn deck. Opponent gets in for 1. They're down to 2 cards though, and we drew a path. So Razor Verge and Kitchen Finks. So it's not just a bad thing. SGT the Charging Badger, and DK Snow, thank you for the follows. Yeah, so Kitchen Finks, go back to 15, pass the turn. They're still Swiss drafts, but they're in the league form now. That's a lot of money to spend, though, Snorked, isn't it? To just instant drop out. Alright, opponent Searing Blazes, kills our Finks, but we get back our Finks. I think we're gonna chump here. Yeah, I don't want to take 5 here. We're gonna chump. Thank you, everyone. Tons of follows. Bolts our face. Sure. So we're down to 8. Orzhov Pontiff, not exciting. Let's just Lingering Souls and a tap land. Pass the turn. What do you switch out for Sigarda Heron's Grace? That's a good question. I'm not exactly sure what you would switch out for Sigarda. Alright, we're down to 5. We need some life gain. We really need a Siege Rhino. Would be ideal. We got a block. If we play Linvala, we go so low on life. Ugh. How do we do this? What's up, KPQ, Magician Man, Magic Man? At my shop, they have $6 drafts. Rare drafts go so bad, they threatened that any round 1 drops would make the next draft 30. Whoa! That's a big price increase. Lavamancer, though, puts us to 3, and then we're dead to a burn spell. I think we're going to just wait a turn. I think we need to path Lavamancer. We gotta get rid of Lavamancer. And then I think we're just gonna flashback Lingering Souls and plan on chumping again. And then hope that if we draw like a Black Source, we can Necrotol. Opponent goes to attacks. We're gonna double chump again, I believe. Worst case, we play Linvala next turn. Horizon Canopy. we're still dead to a bolt if we Linvala. Alright, let's Horizon Canopy. Orzhov Pontiff. Well, Pontiff would just be a creature, though. It wouldn't actually kill anything there. Voice and go. Pontiff, the Mancer, and Path and Block would be best. Yeah, that might have been better. Alright, we're down to 1. We have to double chump. We get the token. Well, let's just Linvala go. They're going to draw burn spells eventually, though. Yeah, that probably could have been better to do it the other way. Stomping Grounds. And Searing Blaze. Alright. Aye. We run into so many burn and infect decks in Modern Leagues. It's really crazy. Do we want to change anything in the sideboard? I don't really think so. Walks with Shadows, yeah, that was kind of my initial thought too, is that there's some weirdness with not playing in pods. On the other hand, I don't know how many people that matters to. Like, that matters to me, but also I would play 8-4s anyway. You haven't missed much yet, Fearless Joe. We're still in match 1. Sealed leagues are 28 ticks, I think, something like that. Something in that range. What do you think about blue-green Turbo Frog comboing Hedron Crab and Splendid Reclamation? That's pretty sweet. Alright, yeah, they have a lot more creatures than I thought. We can go down to Revlark. Revlark is not all that exciting. Malira is probably also fine. It's just big. Is it 28? Yeah, I thought it was 28. I honestly don't play much Sealed. Sealed is the format I play least. Calvestein, good to have you here. Welcome. Abrupt Decays for birds. I think I'm fine with the birds. I think they just got a creature heavy draw, and I don't think we want to go too crazy fighting creatures. There will potentially be some weird mirror matches not having pods. Like, if one deck is just super good, you're going to be really likely to play a lot of the same archetype or a lot of the same cards when you're like 2-0 or whatever. Well, we got a Rhino, and Strangleroot's a good blocker. Yuka, thank you for the follow. That's true, SVV Gordon. There's definitely upsides to it, too. Let's just Verdant Catacombs, go. This hand seems pretty alright, mostly because of Siege Rhino. Goblin Guide. Well, we get to kinda scry here. We get a Temple Garden. Take 2. Let's crack Verdant Catacombs, get an Overgrown Tomb, tapped. Razor Verge, and instead of pathing, I think we just Strangle Right. Viscopa, thank you for the follow. Picked up a playset of Cocos. When do you think they will start creeping up in price again? Probably not till this winter, after rotation. I think they can start creeping up, potentially, from Modern, but I think it's going to be a little while. I wouldn't expect anything definitely before rotation, so sometime winter, spring. Johnny, thank you for the follow. Shepherd, you as well. So many follows, thank you all. Alright, there's Grim Lavamancer. Opponent cracks a fetch. Beatnip Gaming, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I think they're they're good in a lot of ways. I agree. I think that overall they are a game. Huh. Alright. Blocks. Kills it. We get a Lingering Souls. Do we just gotta Path Lavamancer again and do nothing? Flood97, thank you for the follow. What's up, Jordy Ford? Or J Ford? J40. Going well. How are you doing? The deck seems cool, but I haven't actually played a whole match with it yet, even. Well, there'll be a new song on shortly. So if this one's making you feel depressed, hopefully the next one will make you feel happy. Alright, we'll just Lingering Souls, that's fine. What's the worst thing that can happen? I guess eating up cards from their graveyard to kill a Strangle Root Geist isn't that bad. Lakatu83, thank you for the follow. How long will it take for cons fetches to open value? Your videos are amazing, by the way. There's a real question about that now, in all honesty. Well, let's get in some beats here. Opponent takes it, down to 10, but we can just Windswept Teeth, crack Windswept Teeth. Looking for long-term value. Yeah, traditionally I would say they'd start to go up soon, but I can't really say for sure now, because we haven't seen as many huge increases from like Thoughtseize and some of those kind of cards, so it might take longer than it used to. How do I challenge people on Magic Online? Well, if you're like friends with them or buddies with them, you can just click their name or add them as a buddy by typing their name in and then click their name. Alright, let's swing with everything. See what our opponent does. We couldn't get an we couldn't get a black source with Windswept Teeth, and I didn't really want to fetch out a shock land against burn. Was their opponent just taking this and dying? Alright, they shoot down. We go to 1. Alright, well, let's just do it. Marsh Flats, crack Marsh Flats, get a Swamp. And then Necrotal the Lavamancer. And just pass the turn. If our opponent can go like land, bolt, 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 then I guess they got us. That would be insane. And our opponent scoops it up. Sweet, we got there. Alright. Well, so far so good. Burn doesn't seem like that bad of a matchup, just because we do have a lot of life gain, and that kind of makes it a little bit easier. Time to update the record to 1-0, right where we want to be. So glad to add World Wake to the draft mix. It makes so much better than just Zendikar, since Zendikar are such bad cards. Oh, yeah. I'm not a huge fan of the Zendikar draft format, personally. Good game, music. Yeah, if you had drawn the land earlier, very well, I was likely dead there. Flinsterfrost, thank you for the follow. Oh, Worship Seth, welcome. I'm glad you enjoy the videos. Do I watch Loading Ready Run? I do. Not like all the time, because I'm streaming a lot of the times when they're streaming Magic, but I do watch Loading Ready Run. I think they're hilarious. Last week you said you would put me on the top of the list for Momir, but I don't know how to challenge players. Oh, for Sophie and Jank. So, if you go to the home page of Magic Online, down at the bottom of the screen, there should be Add Buddy. If you add me as a buddy, Saffron Olive, then when it comes time to challenge, you just will right-click on my name and do challenge and pick the format. Ruben Panzels Jr., thank you for the follow. So many Twitch names are hard to read because they're all mashed together. Vic the Great, and often all lowercase letters. How much traffic does my website get each month? I actually do not know that. Tech Soviet, thank you for the follow. I know more about... Hey, we have Eldritch Evolution for once. First match, we didn't draw a single Eldritch Evolution. Mothin63, thank you for the follow. Any other format after League? It depends on when we finish. If we have time, we might do a game of Momir. Would be the most likely outcome. But it depends on how long the league goes. Am I wanting to be on the next CSL? It could be fun. Joa, thank you for the follow. Uh-oh, Faithless Looting. Is this Dredge? I don't think we have Dredge hate in the sideboard. So I think if this is Dredge, we're pretty much on combo off. How much our Misty is going for ticket-wise? I just pulled one. My guess is 20-ish ticks, but I can tell you in just a second. They're down to 15 right now. They were like 18. Right now they're 15.6. So you more than paid for your draft. Yep. Conflagrate Golgari Grave Troll for our opponent in the graveyard. So they're going to start dredging. So this is going to be 100% about comboing off. So let's Windswept Heath, crack Windswept Heath, get a Forest, and Birds of Paradise, pass the turn. We do have Scavenging Ooze, actually. That might be good enough. Good call, good call. We do have some Dredge. Oh boy. Oh, that's a Bloodghast and a Prized Amalgam and a Faithless Looting. So our opponent's going to get back Bloodghast Prized Amalgam this turn. I would be sweet if we draw a double Prized Amalgam. Lord. And Necrotal doesn't destroy black creatures. 2-drop. Yeah, I don't think it's worth getting Ooze yet. I think we are just going to literally just run out a Reclamation Sage for no value. Loaming Shaman would be super sweet. Yeah, Loaming Shaman is pretty good. Oh, another Bloodghast and another Prized Amalgam. I just don't know if we're going to be able to be fast enough. Tormented Voice discards... Oh, Dredges. Hits a Narcomoeba, gets back 2 more Prized Amalgams. Yeah, I don't think we can combo off soon enough. Yeah, the Dredge deck is pretty absurd now that Prized Amalgam is around. I mean, they have 15, 16, 17. Oh, they didn't even make a land drop? They have a ridiculous amount of power here on turn 3. Yeah, so this is turn 3. They get back 2 more Bloodghasts, I think. And 2 more Prized Amalgams. So 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 power on turn 3. That's fun. The problem is I don't think we can live long enough to combo off. So if we Eldritch Evolution our Rex Sage, block Prized Amalgam... in block, we're taking 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. But then we don't have a creature. And they have Conflagrate in the graveyard. So I think we're just dead here. Will they ban something from Dredge? No, people just need to start playing sideboard hate. I mean, think about this game if you just play a Rest in Peace. The deck does nothing. I mean, it's good, but I think it's beatable. I think people just aren't playing enough sideboard hate. And this deck is probably included on the list. Would I be interested in playing a standard Starfield of Nyx deck with all enchantment-based removal? Possibly. I like Starfield of Nyx. Even if we get... even if we get Archangel, we're dead? How would we even get out of it? We go to 10, we'd gain back up to 13, and take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we're dead even through Archangel. Yeah, Deck and Stone would be good there. Yeah, if Elish Norn only cost 5 and we played it, we would be in great shape. Oh, no. Yeah, this deck is not especially set up for Dredge. Well, we get Anafenza as another graveyard hate spell. And I guess that's it. Before it rotates is a cool idea. The only downside is a lot of people want to see decks that are post-rotation more than decks that are about to rotate, is the feedback that I've gotten at least. Especially with like budget Magic and stuff like that, but... Well, if we have bad things, Pontiff is probably fine. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed the stream enough to put down your homework, but you should probably do your homework. What are you doing homework for already? Are you taking summer classes or something? Has school already started? It's only August 25th. That seems early. I guess maybe not, depending on where you go to school. Ryan Berg, thank you for the follow. Yeah, Dredge is not the deck you want to Thoughtseize against. I think we were dead just to creature value there. Alright, let's go down Necrotal to... Jeez. Alright. Well, welcome back to school, everyone. I guess we can bring in another Lingering Souls. So do you have more or less time for Magic when school starts? How do I feel about From the Vault lore as an investment, assuming I can get it for 60 to 80 on eBay? I would have to research that more before I could give you a really good answer. Is Eidolon good, though? It doesn't really stop... Oh, med school finals in 10 days? Ooh, good luck, Karnfather. That sounds challenging. I'm sure you'll kill it, though. This hand has nothing? We can Noble Hierarch into Lingering Souls, flashback Lingering Souls. I guess if we draw Eldritch Evolution, it's good, or Anafenza, it's good. Do we mulligan to try to get more actual action? Good night from the US, Con. Zilthor, thank you for the follow. Well, I think I'm going to try this. We get a Scry. We have a fast Siege Rhino and a Archangel.
How can you compare? If I could, and if I had, I would help her out. A person that
I don't think I'm going to go further. I think I'm going to stay here. Yeah, we're 1-0 so far. We're down a match down a game in this match though. This stream looks very nerd. Thank you for the follow. We are up against Dredge and we lost game 1. I'm going to keep this. I don't think this is a great hand, but I think it's fine. I am going to Strangle Root to the bottom. We'll probably draw it anyway. So let's just Razor Verge and Birds. Pass the turn. We do get fast Siege Rhino into Archangel, which gains us some life and at least puts up some roadblocks. Faithless Looting. Oh, well, Dark Horse. Thank you. Squirrel Loot. Thank you for the follow. Eldritch Evolution. Revlark. Revlark is the opposite of Eldritch Evolution. Opponent gets a prized amalgam in the graveyard. No Dredger, though. Huh? Oh, they had Deckmore Salvage. Okay. Oh. Sure, why not? They had a Narcomoeba and triple prized amalgam. Jeez, off of one of their worst Dredgers, too. Well, that's fun. Oh, there's news. Would have been awesome last turn. Well, let's crack Windswept Teeth. Get a Forest. Play Scavenging Ooze. Get rid of the Stinkweed.
Look around your living space. Do you surround yourself with things you really like?
Verdant Catacombs. Pass the turn, I think. They can dredge Deckmore Salvage, but it's only a dredge 2. I think that's fine. If they want to dredge 2, we can let them dredge 2. They hit a Stinkweed. Hopefully they don't have Lightning Axe in hand. That would be bad for us. Opponent swings with everything. Alright, crack Verdant Catacombs. I think we gotta get black. Overgrown Tomb untapped. Block. Exile Stinkweed Imp. Drop to 11. Oh man, Dredge and Infect are both pretty broken. Opponent gets to loot. We might be okay though, just with all of... Ooh, and a land. Well, let's... Exile Prized Amalgam. Exile Insolent Neonate. Exile Deckmore Salvage. And exile Faithless Looting. And play Marsh Flats. Pass the turn. That actually is pretty good. We might be okay now, actually. Alright, Insolent Neonate. Insolent Neonate. Bloodstained Mire. Opponent gets in for 1 with the flyer. Well, let's crack Marsh Flats. What do we need? I guess Temple Garden's fine. Alright, let's Windswept Teeth. Siege Rhino. Go back up to 14 and just pass the turn. Leave up 2 ooze activations. Yeah, Sigarda could be a good option to have. I don't know about Infect being way more fair than than Dredge. Opponent gets in for 1 with the flyer. Another Neonate. Alright, crack 1 sub teeth. Get a overgrown tomb. A Voice of Resurgence. Well, let's attack with Siege Rhino, I think. I kind of just want a creature to die. Opponent takes it. Yeah, Ooze was super clutch. Voice and go. We're not even in that bad a shape to... Alright! Whoo! Opponent scooped it up. But I like the most broken cards in all Magic, Force of Will, so you're not biased. Force of Will is a fair card, in my opinion. Force of Will is a card that keeps broken things from happening. It's the opposite of an unfair card. Force is the fairest of cards. Force isn't even that good unless it's stopping something broken from happening. When you just use Force of Will as a value counter, it's actually really pretty bad because you're 2-for-1ing yourself. That's my feelings on Force. I wish Force was in Modern. And, I mean, I don't think it'll actually happen, but I could probably make an argument for Force being safe for Standard. Oh, sweet. Osmanonskines, blue-black control. Osman is a very good player. I think he's like been in the Magic Online Championship Series and stuff. I see his name around all the time. Actually, he might have won the Mox this year, maybe not. But he's actually really good. Like a pseudo pro level player, maybe an actual pro level player. The deck looks sweet. I like blue-black control. Liliana the Last Hope, jeez. Spicy. Over real Liliana. Well, maybe that's a bad way to put it, but old Liliana. Collective Brutality. Obnixilis. Pretty close to a standard deck with Snapcasters and better cantrips and removal. Man, it's so nice to see Inquisition, 3 copies, only 19 bucks. I think combo is... if there's a card like Force in Modern, I think you could see Amulet Bloom and Infect and those type of decks actually be fair. The deck list tool is a tool we have at MTG Goldfish that Richard designed. Do I have any pets? I do not have any pets currently. My sister just got a dog. A cute black lab puppy, which kind of makes me want to get a dog now, hanging out with Lily, because it's pretty cool, but it's also a lot of work to raise a puppy, so I don't know. MTGO is my pet. Do I kill houseplants or do they live? You should... Oh man, you shouldn't even say that. There's these 2 plants out on the front of the place where I live, and my landlord is this cool old guy, but he asked me to water the plants for him, and they've pretty much died, and he got mad about that. I'm not very good at those kind of things. I'm busy making Magic content, not watering plants. Oh god, Strangleroot and lands? That's them all. Well, alright. I guess the question is, will this be fast enough? Our opponent's mulliganing all the way to 4! Oh, are we going to beat Dredge? Man, I love beating Dredge. We are definitely putting Revelark to the bottom. I know. Plants, they need to make plants that can live without water. Let's just Windswept Heath go. Thank you for the follow, someone. I just missed your name. This is game 3. 1-1. Yeah, my botany game is lacking. Well, then I need to send me a link to the waterless plants, and I'll print it out and send it to my landlord. Problem solved. The fact that our opponent isn't dredging yet makes me feel better about this. It's going well, Oscar NYC. Oh, you're the one that just followed. Thank you so much for the follow. I remember now. Faceless Man, thank you, thank you. Overgrown Tomb, tapped. Waterless plants, Vorthosian Jank. So I don't kill them. Dank Meme Connoisseur, thank you for the follow. So I think we're just going to voice here, since we can't activate Ooze anyway. And next turn we can Ooze and activate Ooze. What's up, Jeff? I'm playing Eldritch Evolution in Modern. It's not your deck, but you would be proud. You're like the biggest supporter of Eldritch Evolution in Modern at the moment, I think. Oh, God. Whole turn to loam back a Bloodstained Mire. Cracks Bloodstained Mire. Well, we're definitely going to ooze away this loam next turn. Ugh. Well, now I don't know what we're going to ooze away. They pitch a Prized Amalgam. Well, they might just get rid of Prized Amalgam. Let's get in with Voice. Forest. Ooze. So what do we ooze? If we're going to ooze Prized Amalgam, we don't really have to do it now. They have 2 dredgers, so I guess we can't keep them from dredging anyway. Although, Life from the Loam, get back 3 lands is pretty good. Oh, awesome, Adavan. But they still have Dakmor Salvage. Is it really worth it to take the Loam here? I guess the argument for Faithless looting is they could find a Lightning Axe and kill our Ooze, and that would be bad. I'm just gonna... Well, I'd like to... Bodacious Space Pirate. That's exactly what I'd like to do, but we have to wait. Loam doesn't let them dredge a million. Alright, I'm just gonna pass. If they dredge a Narcomoeba, we can hit that. That's a good point. Worst case, we keep Prized Amalgam from coming back, which is pretty good. I just want to draw an Eldritch Evolution. The funny thing is, we only have 1 Ooze. Oh man, did you see the Budget Magic this week where it was the last match? The opponent was playing the Dredge deck we played last week in Standard, and they they brought in all their Infinite Obliterations against us, and they picked one-ofs both times. Some that we didn't even have any left in our deck. They picked like Eyeless Watcher with the first one. Alright, there's Lightning Axe. I'm just going to get rid of Prized Amalgam. And we're just going to try to beat down and win. We could draw Eldritch Evolution, which would be the best. Horizon Canopy. Alright, Township. Alex the Great, thank you for the follow. Siege Rhino, drain our opponent to 13, get in with voice. If our opponent wants to, I don't know. They have multiple dredgers. They have. I guess it's risky if the game goes long because of Conflagrate, but I don't think this game is going to go long. I think we're going to close this out in like 2 turns. There's the looting. Dredges. Whew! Alright, they did not hit a prized amalgam, and they've already played a land. We get a windswept heath. Do we just put our opponent to 1 with Gavany Township? Not even 1. How's our opponent dead? I'm so confused. Why would I draw with Canopy? I'm so confused. Is this the chat lethal thing? Alright, I didn't think he was dead. What do we even draw with Canopy that's good here, though? We don't have another ooze. We don't have a way to just win the game. Alright, that's fine. We'll just leave it up. Put our opponent to 4. Opponent dredges with Grave Troll. Did not hit prized amalgam. Anafenza wouldn't get rid of the stuff that's already in the graveyard, though. I guess it would make it harder to come back. Well, if our opponent's loaming back lands, they're gonna... I guess they can try to flashback Conflagrate. Here comes Bloodghast. Prized Amalgams enter tap, though. So I think our opponent's going to have to try to... They're going to have to Conflagrate, discard their hand on Siege Rhino. But that doesn't work because we just double pump on Voice and hit for 4. And our opponent scoops it up. Whoo! Alright. On to 2-0, taking down the dreaded Dredge. Oh, I feel like we could use another sideboard card for that matchup. Loaming Shaman is actually pretty sweet. It just gets rid of everything at once. If it was 2 mana, it would be slightly better, but... This music sounds like a monk leaving his village to avenge his slaughtered family. Okay, I can hear that. Alright, on to round 3. Luxact for the win. Yeah, alright, fair enough. How did I get lucky, though? In match 1, we played against a Zooey burn deck, like burn with wild Nicoddles and creature-y burn, I guess. Naya colored. Fustus83, thank you for the follow. Deranged Sheep, thank you as well. What's my favorite budget magic? That's a popular question. Chris Thorne, thank you for the follow. But I don't have good answers. I have a short list of ones that I really liked, In Standard, Mono Green Aurora, the Turbo Turns deck from last fall. Those are near the top of the list. The Dredge deck I really like that we played a few weeks ago. 8-Whack in Modern is one of them. Troll Worship in Modern. And I'm sure I'm forgetting some, but those are some of my favorites. Aura Swap was interesting. Knowledge Pool was actually both, but the more well-known version was On Against Odds, yeah. Sashashan, thank you for the follow. Possibility Storm was sweet. What's up, Mostly Modern MTG? We're 2-0 so far, playing some Podless Birthing Pod. 8-Whack is actually a good deck. Legacy Stasis was also fun. See, there's just so many. I like a lot of them. Zombie deck would be near the top of maybe the funniest or most unique. The Monster Plays, it's just such a weird deck, but I don't know if I'd put it as like a favorite. There's just not much play to it. Just wondering, do I cap the dollars in budget decks? The normal rule is no more than $100, but I try to keep it less than that if possible. Free Win Red wasn't really a budget deck, but that's one of my favorite decks that I've won. Won my first PPTQ? Congrats, Onage69. That's awesome. Wasn't Arjun one of my few wins? Oh, are we talking Commander Clash now? Caleb's been playing Aura Swap? I haven't seen Caleb's build. If you have a link to it, shoot me the link. I don't know anyone that plays Aura Swap other than me, but now Caleb does. That's cool. Caleb's a really good brewer. He makes some really sweet decks. Alright, round 3. Alter the Brood, Mirror Retriever, Heartless Summoning. We've done that one. Do I do other tabletop games other than Magic? On occasion. I like strategy games. Axis and Allies, Risk. I used to play Risk more, but then kind of moved into more, I don't know, complicated games. Long and drawn out and confusing. But I don't play tabletop games as much as I used to. A lot of the people that I used to play with have moved away from where I am, or I've moved away from where they are. Yeah, Enchantress was a lot of fun. I only play video games somewhat casually. I like janky old games. I'm in a Tecmo Super Bowl League. Just play a lot of Nintendo and SNES games. But I'm not super big into like console gaming. I do like Civilization out of new games. Matter Reshaper. Jeez. Oh, double Eldrazi Temple. That's about as good as it gets. Let's just Strangleroot, Windswept Heath, go. Enchantress went 3-2. We started off with 3 wins, and then, well, no, not the original Civ. Like Civ, I don't know. Most recently, I was playing Civ 5. Our opponent might desperately need a land. That would explain this attack. But instead they get an Eldrazi Displacer on the battlefield. They could blink our Strangleroot for us. That'd be nice. Another Matter Reshaper. Okay. Oh, I see. So they just kept... They kept their hand on the strength of 2... Eldrazi Temples, but didn't have much else. Let's Catacombs, sack Catacombs, get a Forest, and I think we just Siege Rhino here. But we need to tap for black mana. Alright. Drain, gain. I'm not going to attack into the Matter Reshaper. I like our opponent being stuck on lands. Have I tried NQ mode on Civ 5? I don't think so. Just ended up with a sweet red-black aggro deck. Nice. Alright, there's Thought Knot. They might have to take Lingering Souls. Lingering Souls seems so good against them. We can play and flash it back, but if they take Lingering Souls, then we just kill the Thought Knot and draw a card. Yeah, we haven't really comboed off or anything yet. We've won, but we haven't done anything just like super crazy. Is Pull from Eternity, sideboard tech against Ad Nauseam and Ancestral Visions. Maybe sort of? I think it is against... Does it work against Ad Nauseam? I've never thought about that. Is Thermal Thing okay if I don't put any Jaces in there? Yeah. I mean, Jace is decent, but you can get by without it. Oh, I'll have to check that out. Bissy. It's actually just exclamation point deck, Mr. Biggs. Yeah, I don't think we've actually resolved an evolution yet. They're going to be able to start blinking Thought Knot. If we attack with Rhino... I think we leave the Rhino. I think what we do is... Voice of Resurgence... Get our Lingering Souls in the graveyard. I really don't want to trade with any of these things. We're just going to pass for now. Sergio, thank you for the follow. Soren Salim Visitor is the best. Yeah, I thought that it wouldn't work against Ad Nauseam. Blue-green Tides a bad matchup against Mill because I can't seem to beat Mill with that deck. I have no idea. I have not played the Mill matchup. Probably. It is probably a bad matchup. Well, let's get in with our flyers. If our opponent's doing nothing, I don't know why they wouldn't just blink Thought Knot. They're going to blink a token. Okay. I guess that's fine. Then we can flashback Lingering Souls, Scavenging Ooze, pass the turn. Next turn, we're just going to beat down with everything. Elspeth or Gideon could be a cool one of, but the deck is actually built around Eldritch Evolution, so we actually want mostly creatures to tutor for. We just never really draw Eldritch Evolution for some reason. Oh, sweet. To play the Gatewatch with Permeating Mass. I like it. So what does our opponent have? Alright, Noble Hierarch. Fair enough. We get to exile this Matter Reshaper. Oh, man. Archangel is tempting. But I think we're just going to go beatdowns. What's the worst thing that happens if we attack with everything? And leave up Gavany Township. Elish Norn would probably be a good one of. Kiora just doesn't feel that good in that deck. What's the Matter Reshaper? Good one. Good one, good one. This is Weisiger remix called Black Gold Skinhead. Yeah, so we can put a +1/+1 counter on all of our stuff, which makes these attacks pretty good. Our opponent can blink stuff with Eldrazi Displacer. What does this deck have over Darwin Cord? Siege Rhinos. Many Siege Rhinos. I think that's the main difference. This is a mixture of a Kanye song and a Black Keys song by Weisiger. Weisiger is the person who remixed it. I think if we tap out, they're going to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Siege Rhino is a heck of a Magic card. Alright, we'll just pump, I guess. That's fine. I have a hard time imagining that we lose from this position. They might just blink our ooze. They blink a token. Alright. Well, we get rid of Thought Knot. Yeah, we're in pretty good shape. Opponent, Matter Reshaper, gets our opponent another land. We get a Birds, pass the turn. More Rhinos, less problems. That's my... That's my message. I don't think our opponent can win this game, honestly. The music is barely audible and not very good. Surely you would be better just not play any and letting people play their own. Could you do a straw poll? I could do a poll about that. Need to do just like a survey at some point and get a bunch of questions answered. Ruba, enjoy the studying. Thanks for hanging out. We'll be back with another stream Tuesday. So hopefully be there then. I try to keep the music down intentionally. It's not mostly to be... I don't want it to be the focal point of the stream. But if I get up to you, get a drink or something, I don't want just completely dead air. So it's mostly just to be filler like that. What is our opponent doing here? I mean, I've said this before. If I had my choice of music, I would play a lot different of stuff. But there's a lot of restrictions as far as making it all work for Twitch and for YouTube, which means you pretty much have to use like podcast save, collected commons music. That's a possibility to just, if there's a time where I'm getting up for a minute to get a drink or something, turn the music on then. Do we win here? They tap, block. I don't think we... Oh, yeah, no, we don't just win, I don't think. Ooh. Well... Let's go to combat. If there were no restrictions, mostly indie stuff. I like Ween a lot. If you were ever on my original Twitch, I just played whatever I wanted to. What if they have a colorless stifle? Yeah, Ween and... Oh, some older stuff, Velvet Underground and... I don't know, TV on the radio. Random eclectic stuff. Oh, seeing all of you freak out about the Rhino is so funny. It's the beginning of combat. Best Ween album. That's actually a good question. Oh, they're gonna blink their Drowner. Our opponent's gonna do all this complicated stuff, and then we're just gonna cast the Rhino post combat. All right, they. I almost feel bad now. Our opponent like took this really exact line to stay alive, and we're not even gonna attack. We're just gonna. Oh man, that was so bad. Well, Rito and Turtenwall's article from this week. Rito and Turtenwall, it's not a slow roll. Slow rolling is good, right? Wasn't that Owen's article? You should slow roll people. I'm just trying to learn from the best. Eldrazi. Oh. Okay. NeoJazz, thank you for the follow. What do we want against Eldrazi? Thought Seizes? I don't know if I've ever beat that Eldrazi deck when they had turn 1 Eldrazi Temple, turn 2 Eldrazi Temple. No, our opponent didn't say anything. No salt, no comments at all. I think actually in that situation it's probably a fine play. Hitman Jack, thank you for the follow. Theoretically, we could have not revealed that we were playing more than one Rhino, and that could influence our opponent's sideboard changes. What does Gaddock Teague do? Oh, Teague, yeah, Teague is only for... Yeah, if that was creatures, good God, that would be awesome. But it's not, unfortunately. Thought Seizes are probably good-ish. And that's about it, really? Yeah, Lingering Souls is actually pretty good, too. Will our opponent play Chalice? They might have Chalice in the sideboard. Rexage, not exciting, especially. Oh. No one's seen Evolution. Revelark might not even be necessary in this deck. Maybe just don't even need it. And like, I guess Pontiff gets Scion tokens. Yeah, we're against the odds. Will you ever cast will you ever cast an Eldritch Evolution? So far the answer is no. Well, you have one Rexage. I guess, well, we'll just go with one. We got the Eldritch Evolutions. Thank you for the follows, everyone. I missed a couple names. If you let me know in the chat, I'll give you the shout out. Zipster, welcome. We kind of did Permeating Mass in the Tainted Tree Scadecophobia deck. Hey, it's an Eldritch Evolution! Living the dream! Watch it get hit by Thought Knot before you get to cast it. This is it! Voice of Resurgence, Eldritch Evolution into a random 4-drop. That's what we call a combo. Is this for Against the Odds series? No, this is just one of our instant deck decks. Decks. Travis, thank you for the follow. So Overgrown Tomb, tapped, go. Yeah, sorry Monster CC. The bot does that sometimes, even if it's not really spam, so don't take it personally. Well, we're up a game. So that's good. Razorverge Thicket. Oh man, our opponent's going to Thought Knot us, and we're going to lose Eldritch Evolution. Our dreams will be crushed. I know it. Oh, Ween spam is good spam. I changed my mind about Thoughtseize and went with Lingering Souls instead. Alright, Eldrazi Displacer. So are we trying to set up a combo? We played the budget one this week that was pretty sweet, Jay Welsh. I do watch LRR. I mean, I'm obviously not watching them right now because I'm streaming, but yeah, I like LRR a lot. We could get a Linvala. I guess that's pretty good unless they just path it, and then it's a lot worse. It would be sweet to actually set up the combo, but we're going to need like another Eldritch Evolution to make that work. If we Finks, we can get Archangel. Ooh. Finks, Archangel, Scoos with Archangel. Yeah, I think we just Finks. Finks is even more value when it comes to Eldritch Evolution. Mutilated Lips is a good one. There's a lot of... I like a lot of Ween songs. Ween is one of my current favorite bands. Scald, yeah, we have applied. Oh, there's a path too, so I'm glad we didn't just Eldritch Evolution because of that. We have applied, but we haven't gotten it yet. The 5-0 Dream is still kicking. We are 2-0 right now, and we're actually up a game against Eldrazi. And I feel like we're in pretty good shape in this game. We have an Eldritch Evolution, which could set up a game-winning combo. Or get hit by a Thought-Knot Seer. Alright, just a Matter Reshaper. Verdant Catacombs. Yeah, let's just empty our hand here. Catacombs, crack Catacombs. We'll just get a Swamp. Play Ooze. Play Voice. Play Birds. Pass the turn. I don't think I've heard Vallejo. Welcome, Donald Donovan. I'm glad you're finally catching the stream. Gwent? I don't know what that is. So, I guess I'm probably not planning to play it because I don't actually know what it is. I'm back recording Angel Moon Deck Tech. Added Bruna and Gisela, mostly because I think Bruna, sweet, awesome, mostly modern. Well, I kind of want to set up the combo. I just haven't known what to hit yet. We haven't had anything insane to get with it. Opponents trampling in. We might just go for it here. Sacking Voice and getting Linvala seems pretty reasonable. Another land. Yeah, let's do that. Eldritch Evolution, sack Voice. Get the token. Actually, we could get Necrotal. Is Linvala better than Necrotal? We could get a Siege Rhino. Yeah, Township Undying is like sort of an oboe. The Origins of Saffron Olive. Alright. We'll do that. Windswept Heath. And I guess we just pass the turn. That's true. It does keep them off casting another Smasher. And we might be able to block it with our token. We'd have to double block, I guess. Over Admire, thank you for the follow. How come I'm not playing Eternal Witness in this deck? So this is one of our... instant deck tech decks. So I didn't actually build this deck. I probably would play an Eternal Witness in it if I built it. Although, because we're not a Court of Calling deck, it's a lot worse because Eldritch Evolution exiles itself on resolution. So it's not all that great in this build, really, compared to some of the other builds that have Court of Calling. We will see. It's possible we wrap up the stream with a game of Momir, potentially, depending on what time the league ends, but that would probably be the most of it. So this is kind of a toolbox deck, sort of like, I mean, it's sort of like Birthing Pod, really, and we randomly have the ability to combo off with Archangel and Spike Feeder, but after playing the deck for now, we're most of the way through 3 matches. We're not comboing off really all that much. Worship Seth, I am old, like 70. No, actually I'm 32. Have I ever recorded normal videos playing Momir? I've never seen anyone play the format and usually don't watch streams. So I did an intro to Momir video, and one of the things that I'm working on is a Momir, some more Momir content. So that's something that's in the works, but I haven't actually got it figured out yet. What's up, Instadeath? You had Ewit in the original version, but took it out because it's not really what you want to do in your game plan. It's just a toolbox mid-range deck. Yeah, I'm starting to realize that. It's, I figured it would combo off more, but it's not really that combo-y. Alright. Engineered Explosives on 0. Gonna kill our Elemental. I guess there's some risks that we get beaten down by this Reality Smasher. I think we just... ooze, gain a life. Commander Clash Momir? I don't know how we do that exactly. It's one of the most popular decks in Modern. It might be the best deck. I think it's one of the most played. How does this deck defend against Anger of the Gods? Well, we have some stuff that lives through Anger. I think that ends up being a little too all-in, although I have heard and seen some people playing that deck, but it hasn't put up any results. I think Sean McLaren tried it on his stream. Ooh, Lingering Souls, eh? The problem is we're going to have to block. Now let's Lingering Souls, Gavany Township, pass the turn, and leave up the ability to activate, because we got to start blocking Reality Smasher. The Monkey Song. We are in match 3 of our league. Is Forced Fruition still on the Against Odds list? It is on the to-do list, but it hasn't gotten on the actual voting list yet. So I think it'll show up on the poll. It will show up on the poll. I can tell you that much. It definitely will. But haven't actually... Oh god, not the Monkey Song. You don't like this one? I forgot what I was rambling about. Oh yeah, Force Fruition will show up on the poll. And then it's up to all of you to vote for it if you want to see it. Can I make a modified version of emerging zombies in standard? Potentially. It's started to put up some more results, similar decks. Yes, Snow Fox. It is a Nobo, except it kind of got our opponent to just scoop. Do I like Tomer? Yeah, I like Tomer. Tomer cracks me up. He's a fun person to talk to and play Magic with, because he's just fun and easygoing. So, yeah, I like... I enjoy talking. I just actually recorded... earlier today, we recorded a Commander video about Conspiracy 2, talking about the best new cards for Commander. And it was fun. Tomer's a fun person to talk to. I really enjoy it. Always have a blast when we do our videos. So we're up to 3-0. Well, the 5-0 dream just keeps on living somehow. That's true. It's a Nobo and a combo all in one. Commandos. Commando, yeah, that's a new format. You have to play pantless or be some sort of military person. So shard lands that you can take 3 to enter untapped. Ooh. That seems pretty good, but it might be fine. I say so many wrong things, but I spend a lot of time talking on video, so sooner or later I'm gonna say some things wrong. Probably more than most people. I need a standard deck that's around 120 ticks and beats Bant Coco. Any suggestions? Well, if your goal is to beat Bant Coco, I might look towards a zombie deck. It's put up good results, and apparently Bant Company is one of its absolute best matchups, so... Oh, ho, ho. All right. Well, we got to mulligan this one. The old Zero Lander. Trikester, thank you for the follow. This hand's fine. Yeah, Johnny Hot Sauce is pretty good. Is that Andrew Shrout, I believe? Double Lingering Souls can win some games. I'm going to put it to the bottom, though. Yeah, the avatar is pretty ferocious. Oh. Alright, well, apparently it's not a burn deck, so that's good. Let's just Overgrown Tomb, Untapped, and Noble Hierarch. Ship the turn. Chairlight, thank you for the follow. Wooded Foothills cracked. Are we going to get bolted? The old Bolt the Hierarch. Within the Giant, thank you for the follow. Alright, no end of turn bolt. Yeah, okay, it's Suicide Zoo. Huh. I don't know how this is going to go. I love the budget Magic decks since they have to be budget. They always end up troll decks and somehow end up winning, yeah. Oh, Manamorphose, really? This deck doesn't usually play Manamorphose, does it? This is not Pauper. This is Modern. But we have a Paupery hand. I mean, minus Noble Hierarch. Do you think that... what has a place in this deck? Chorus? Oh, Chord? Maybe? Whoa! This is Jund Delirium. Spicy. I've heard of this deck, but I haven't actually seen this deck. That's sweet. Opponent gets to draw. Well, unfortunately for Andrew, we have a Kitchen Finks, which is pretty good against Gnarlwood. It's a free way to get an instant in the graveyard. I mean, our opponent just turned on Delirium on turn 2. Land, Artifact, Morphos, Probe. Opponent probes. I guess this could still have Death Shadows and stuff. Gnarlwood seems weird, though, if this is Death Shadow. But maybe... But Death Shadow doesn't normally play Gnarlwood Dryad, does it? Well, we'll see. Yeah, this does not look like normal Death Shadow. Yeah, I guess it's good because of Death Touch with the combo. I guess I haven't seen this list then. There's the Death Shadow. Ooh, man, that's Spike Feeder. That means if we draw in Eldritch Evolution, we just win? Alright, let's just Spike Feeder. Pass the turn, leave up Path. And if we could actually combo off for once, we have not comboed off one time. Yeah, if you ever want to see the deck list, you can do !deck, and it'll give you a link. Oh, come on! Eldritch Evolution one time! Windswept Teeth. Alright, Windswept Teeth. Well... let's linger. And pass the turn. Probably gonna crack Horizon Canopy if we don't have to path. Swift Spear. Alright, let's crack Windswept Teeth, get a Plains. And crack Horizon Canopy. Eldritch Evolution. Forest. We get another shot. Voice. Alright, get in with the Flyers. Forest. Voice. Lingering Souls. And pass the turn. Hopefully this path will give us enough protection. We're pretty close to winning next turn. If our opponent cracks their fetches, they're just dead to our Flyers? Even if they don't crack their fetches, they're still pretty dead to our Flyers. So they pretty much need to kill us this turn. So I'm expecting, yeah, all-out attack. So, block, block. Block? Have I seen the Eldritch Company list on the site? I don't believe so. Alright, Teamer Battle Rage, but our opponent scoops it up. It wouldn't have worked anyway. It wasn't lethal, and we have Path. So this deck. So what do we do now? Vines could have prevented the path, yeah, but they didn't have mana to do everything. Sideboard options. Spellskite seems good. Abrupt Decay seems good. Eidolon? I guess it keeps them from playing 2 spells in a turn. What's my favorite legendary creature from Conspiracy 2? That's a good one. It might be Leovold. Someone in my playgroup plays Gaddock Teague Commander. Yeah, that sounds pretty annoying. Do I like kids? Yes, I do like kids. How can you not like kids? I have a little niece and nephew. I like them. Some kids are not as likable, but... Gaddock Teague shuts off Become Immense. Yeah, is it worth it, though, just for Become Immense? See ya, Paranormal Activa. Thanks for hanging out. We'll be back Tuesday for the next one. All right, let's try it like this. I'm gonna bring in Spellskite and Abrupt Decays and try it like that. Ooh, we got the combo hand. This hand, we actually have the combo on like turn 4. Opponent probes. So we have turn 1 Hierarch, turn 2 Rexage, turn 3 Evolution Rexage, get Archangel, then just Spike Feeder for the win. I pulled a Leovold in the Half a CN 2 box I opened. Dream of seeing Commander Clash destroying a Mystic Remora heuristic study. Yeah? I expect that if it ever shows up on Magic Online, it will be played in Commander Clash. Good old turn 1 Delirium. I guess they're missing the land. There's Gnarlwood. Opponent passes, draws a card. Well, let's Windswept Heath crack it. Forest and Noble Hierarch. Pass the turn. This is game 2 of match 4 of our league. Opponent probes again, down to 10. We're up a game. Do I listen to Chapin's podcast? Occasionally, not as much as I should. Apex Twin is not a band I listen to a lot, but I do like what I've heard of them. What is going on over there? 2 mana. They have Kiln Fiend? We're going on the... pushing the 2-hour mark, Logic Blade. Not as fast as the last one. Last one we played the entire league in, like, I don't even know. Not long at all. Alright, Manamorphose. Yeah, I guess there's a argument for playing the Verdant Catacombs there. I didn't want our opponent to know that we drew a land, but probably fine just to play the Catacombs. And then they probed us anyway, so it was all for nothing. Yeah, it's not... They can't do CN2 drafts on Moto, unfortunately. But the cards should make it in. Should do Sin Prodder for against odds? That's an interesting idea. Ooh, really? Pyroclasm? That was kind of unexpected. So far it's been pretty good. Do we want to just kill Gnarlwood here? It's a little risky, but it's probably fine. While your opponent's tapped out. Trying to decide if I want to move from cardboard to MTGO. Most of my group is moving away. Alright, thank you, out. Have a good night. Well, Moto is very good for those situations, so when your playgroup moves away and you don't have people to play with, Moto is always there. Alright, there's a Swift Spear. What's my favorite set? Ugh. Alright, probes. Can they kill us here? I guess if they have untap land, become immense, battle rage. I don't know what my favorite set is off the top of my head, actually. I like a lot of sets. Right now, I'm pretty obsessed with Conspiracy 2. We might just be too slow? We're like... Doing well, Lopez. How are you? I have a version of Against Odds that is friendly Modern League in a city I was visiting. Took a casual Selesnya deck and confused more people than I beat. Sweet. Well, confusing opponents is pretty awesome. Yeah, we're in pretty rough shape now. The combo's off the table. I think we're just dead unless we draw, like, pass. Is there a good way to decide how many birds, nobles to bring in if you use 4 Ether Vials in a deck similar to this? Alright, Battle Rage. That does it. Yeah, Rex Sage isn't too helpful. I like Thoughtseize a little more on the play. We were so close to comboing off there. Necrotal, I guess, is fine. Yeah, I like Thoughtseize more on the play as well. You can potentially get their 1 creature. And if you get their 1 creature, it's pretty good. I think if you're going with Ether Vial, you're probably going to be cutting most of the mana creatures. Have I thought about playing this deck completely combo, like 4 Fangs and 4 Evolutions? I think if you go completely combo, you want more than just Evolution. I think you want to play Chords too, and be more like Jeff's deck, Jeff Hoogland's deck. Alright, let's try it like this. I think Collector's still... maybe it's fine. What I think... do you think Liliana from Origins will go down once it rotates? I would like it, but I'm also a budget player. I believe so, yes. Regarding songs that you can hear while streaming without ringing copyright stuff, NCS is a YouTube channel with lots of awesome free music from talented artists. Oh, sweet. Oh. Well, we got... Okay, this hand's actually pretty solid. Turn 1 Thoughtseize, turn 2 Spellskite. I like the odds. We are going to be starting off pretty low on life, but whatever. We got a path, too. Whoa. Gore Clan? That's spicy. Gnarlwood, Bobble, Pyroclasm, Thoughtseize. Okay. Yeah, Liliana is gonna drop. How good is Spellskite? If it was, is it like, I've never played this matchup with this against this specific build. If it's like Infect, we just have to take Thoughtseize because Spellskite is so good. The other thing is they can't really protect their threat, so if they just play a bunch of jank and Gnarlwood, we just untap and path it, and that's pretty fine too. Bobbles just cycle, Pyroclasm kills Hierarch, and Necrotal, I guess. I'm gonna take Thoughtseize. Take Mishra's Bobble, confuse our opponent, and it'll throw them off their game. I like the way you think, but I don't think that's gonna work against Andrew. There's some weird argument maybe for Rampager, because we actually can't redirect that to Spellskite. Alright, they drew a Swift Spear. Now I think we might actually wait on Spellskite. So I think we... Well, let's see what we draw. Opponent draws. They left a Bobble. Oh, that makes it easy. So we're going to Noble Hierarch, Windswept Heath, crack Windswept Heath, get a Plains. And I think we just pass for now. Opponent cracks their Bobble. Yeah, I think the idea is you can evolution into it easier, but Shriek Maw would be better here, that's true. The deck just, I don't know. Yeah, I was initially thinking I was just going to path right away. I probably should have thought it through before doing it, but I was initially thinking of just pathing to make sure they didn't draw into a protection spell. Yeah, the deck plays vines and so forth, I believe. I haven't seen this exact build of it until right now. Apparently this is a Sam Black Raptor build or something. That's what someone said. It's kind of like a Delirium Death Shadow deck. Oh, they get another Thoughtseize. Okay. That's scary. Well, now sort of punished for fetching out of planes. Kind of expecting that we are going to die to... Well, I guess we're not just dead, but... Yeah, we're playing against Andrew Shrout. A black source would be nice to kill Gnarlwood. Yeah, fetching out that plains, I guess I probably should have fetched a duel. I kind of mucked up that turn all around. Oh, God. Well, our opponents also ran pretty well. Wow. All right. Well, now we're pretty dead anyway. I think we're literally just dead. Man. When we saw our opponent's hand, they had one creature, and they've drawn a lot of creatures. I mean, they've drawn a few cards, but still, that's a lot of creatures to hit. Yeah, we're just essentially dead to Rampager here, and we can't really do anything about it. We're dead all kinds of ways. Alright. Well, there goes the 5-0. Well, I think I definitely mucked up the fetching on that turn. I don't know if that would have actually kept us alive, because our opponent drew a massive string of action after we saw their hand. Their draws were like creature, 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 creature. They hit Swift Spear. Well, maybe 3 creatures. Swift Spear, Dryad, and Death Shadow with a Thoughtseize thrown in to get our Abrupt Decay. So I don't know if we would have won that anyway. But we should have fetched better there. Yeah, and it might be that I'm just not familiar with how that deck is. I'm used to the typical Death Shadow list is actually almost Boggles bad. Not quite Boggles bad, but close to Boggles bad as far as creatures, where they have like 12 creatures or something. Should have sideboarded in Eidolon. Eidolon wouldn't have even done anything there. They weren't. It's not that they stormed off and killed us. Rampager is not even a spell. They pretty much played one spell per turn. I think just about every turn. Alright, well, we can still go for the 4-1, which is a reasonable record. Not a 5-0. So far, we have not comboed off one single time with Eldritch Evolution. We've barely even resolved it, honestly. What have we resolved? One Eldritch Evolution? And it was good. We got a Linvala, and it was very good against Matt Eldrazi. But we've kind of just been Abzan mid-range with some random one-ofs. Yeah, having double black would have helped, but since our opponent drew Death Shadow and another Gnarlwood, it wouldn't have actually even mattered, and with how the game ended up turning out. Yeah, apparently that's what we're supposed to do, is just get Siege Rhinos all the time. Yeah, we haven't especially come close to assembling Angel Spike Feeder. it seems like we got to draw, either just get really lucky with our one-ofs, or we have to draw multiple evolutions, and that's not very likely. Yeah, Jeff's deck is probably better. This is just one of the decks. It won something, a league, I think. It 5-0'd a league, and it's one from our instant deck. So you're not offending me if you don't like it. I'm just testing it out. Sweet or nah? Let me see while we're waiting for this to load. Allosaurus Elves. Interesting. I don't know if... Huh? Maybe. Maybe that's the right shell for it. It's a cool idea. I always forget the Allosaurus Rider is not a dinosaur. The card is actually about the thing riding the Allosaurus, which happens to be an elf. Yeah, Pauper's pretty popular on Magic Online, and it makes things like Evan Carr's Justice really expensive. Won the die roll. Are we going to play first? Yeah, we'll play first. Alright, well, I mean, we can Evolution and get a token out of the deal. How did McLaren's deck do? I knew he was playing... Oh, he played the elf list? Do I have any Super Friends lists in the works for future videos? So we played a Super Friends list in a long time ago on Against the Odds. Then we played this one. We also played the Blood Moon Doubling Season 1 on stream. Or maybe we actually played that for Much Ado About Nothing, come to think of it. And I think I will revisit that one at some point in Modern with Tamios and Doubling Seasons, because it sounds pretty sweet. Lumathread Field? Thank you for the foul, no something. Sleight of Hand. Is this ad nauseum? Just with a odd land start? Yeah, okay. Ad nauseum. Definitely ad nauseum. These colors and a Scryland is certainly... And we're drawing a lot of lands. Our path is dead. I think we just need to attack and then sack Voice, get a Siege Rhino, and try to win before they get their Lotus Bloom. I think that's pretty much all we can do here. So, Catacomb, sack it, grab a Swamp. Evolute. And it's just gotta be Rhino, right? Nothing else really compares. Yeah, I think it's just Rhino. Pass the turn. So, I mean, we're hitting for 6. This might be fast enough. Another Lotus Bloom. Definitely be nice if we drew another threat. Ugh. Phyrexian on life. Now we can draw Rex Age. Would be sweet. Phyrexian on life is going to make it a little harder. Any chance of seeing Draft or Momir today? Draft is not going to happen, but a game of Momir to close out after this after the league is a possibility. Liliana for Linvala for what? Linvala is only creatures. Another Scryland. Oh, we had our opponent dead if it wasn't for... Yes, I know. I didn't play pre-combat. Oh, so many lands. It doesn't really matter anyway, I don't think. because our opponent would have went negative on that hit anyway. Not only was it for 1 damage, but it's 1 damage that wouldn't have mattered because they wouldn't have taken their first poison counter until until next turn anyway. So I'm guessing we're dead here. Seems like the most likely outcome. Spirit Guide. There's ad nauseum. I'm just gonna fetch and F6. I'm sure we're dead. See what wind conditions they have though. Lightning Storm. Any Lab Maniacs in the main deck? Doesn't look like any Lab Maniacs. Okay, and a Lab Maniac. At the very bottom. Alright. Do you have a list of the people who I've played against in Momir? I am not anywhere near that organized. I'm not into the trying to win by punting, especially. I mean, yeah. I don't think it's wrong to do. It just doesn't appeal to me to sit there for a while to hope our opponent punts. I would rather just move on to the next game. We get a lot of sideboard stuff. Malira and Unlife doesn't really do anything. Yeah, we don't want Path, but I don't know if we're gonna have room for Decay. Path isn't really useful. Path is very bad. Abrupt Decay, I guess, hits Lab Maniac. Maybe it's just better than Rexage. Although Rexage, we can probably want 1 because we can evolution for it if we really need to. Decay kills Unlife and Lab Maniac if it comes down to that. Not that it likely will in this matchup, but it's not like we can really stop Lightning Storm, so they shouldn't need it. So does Rexage, though. Yeah, Necrotal out. So that's 60. I guess we can go down Linvala for an Abrupt Decay. And is there anything else we can take out? Maybe the Ooze? They don't really have any creatures. Alright, we'll go down Ooze for Abrupt Decay, too. Yeah, let's try it like that. I don't really want to cut Rhinos. I kind of want to... We do want to kill our opponent. Our best way... We want to be able to disrupt them a little bit, but our best way of winning is still just to kill them. Oh, no! This hand would be so good if we had a green source. 1 green source, and we'd actually have the combo. Pipe, thank you for the follow. Yeah, I think we have to. I'm just so tempted. I really want to combo 1 time with this deck. Alright, this is what it is. Not good, but we got a Thought Seize. That's something. Hierarch. Gonna put it to the bottom. I think we're gonna turn one Thoughtseize. Try to get rid of a Lotus Bloom potentially. Jeez, that's a pretty good hand. Bloom, Unlife, Visions, Sleight of Hand, Spoils of the Vault. No, we don't have any surgical extractions. Yeah, this hand's very good. I'm leaning towards taking Bloom, because then they still got to get the mana necessary. That means they're not going to be comboing till turn 5, most likely. Yeah, this hand is much better than our hand. See you, Worship. Thanks for hanging out. I'm just going to take Bloom. I don't think we're unlikely to beat this hand. Well, Bloom's going to give our opponent the mana they need to cast Ad Nauseam. So basically, there's some chance they have to spend their cantrips for lands and stumble on mana, and that gives us time to draw into hate. I guess Strangleroot isn't the absolute worst. At least it's a clock. Well, yeah, this matchup isn't especially about the life. I mean, in some ways it is, I guess. We do have to kill them, and that's our goal, to kill them first, but they have that combo that's counting down, and once they combo off, we just literally can't win. Any chance to see a match with Deploy the Gatewatch after this league? I will have to check. I'm not sure if I have all the cards in that deck anymore, because those were cards that I had borrowed, so I'm not sure that I still have the whole deck put together, which would make it hard, because I'd have to get the cards, and it would be hard to do that while I was on stream. But if that's something people are interested in, we could do potentially in our next stream. We could play some Super Friends of some kind. So there's some chance we can win with if we get a Rex Age. Another Finks. Get in with everything. Voice. Lingering Souls. There's also a decent chance we're just dead next turn. Esper Charm to draw 2. Do they have Ad Nauseam? One thing that really annoys me is when people say good game when the game isn't over. For some reason, that really drives me crazy. I don't know why that bothers me so much. I mean, it's kind of bad form to good game your opponent when you win anyway. But it definitely comes across as bad form when you GG while the game's still happening. So just as a... I'm not coming down on our opponent. You can do whatever you want, but just something to keep in mind if you're playing people. It's worth being conscious of when you good game. I mean, it depends on the scenario, but I prefer to say, I try to say things like, thanks for the match or something like that, because I don't want it to come across like, it can come across degrading. I don't know if that's the right word. But sometimes it can come across poorly if you win and say good game. So I tend to use like, thank you for the match or something like that. But that's just me personally. Well, alright. Our opponent was, here, I'll give you a sneak peek. Apparently our opponent was doing it on purpose to try to, get under my skin. Oh, alright. Good game. So, I guess I was getting trolled? I don't know. Good game. So easy. JK, love you. Oh, Pete. Whoever you are. Thanks for the follow, David Czar. Yeah, there could have been ghosting. I don't know. So we ended up 3-2. So easy, yeah. So easy is a good one. So we ended up 3-2. We didn't actually do anything very cool with the deck. I mean, the deck seemed fine, and we kind of won some games, but we never actually did anything exciting. Dave C, thanks for the follow. Ad Nauseam is decent. It's not one of the best decks in Modern. I would probably put it in tier 2 at the moment. Its combo is good. Yeah, Vorthosian Jank, I told you you were on the list. So if you send me a challenge, since you're at the top of the Momir list, we'll close things out with a game of Momir. So yes. Yeah, Dave C streams. Next stream play Green Red Shaman. Yes, Vorthosian Jank does have Momir priority. He's been waiting for like several streams to play me in Momir, so I told him next time he's around, I will make sure to play him. Let me pull up the Momir overlay real quick. So, I don't know. I don't think I will play that deck more. Not because it's bad, although if you want to play Eldritch Evolution in Modern, you're probably better off playing Jeff's deck or something more like that. I think there are probably better-ish builds. I like some of the things Eldritch Evolution can do in that deck, but it kind of just feels like an Abzan mid-range deck that isn't all... It's just not all that fun. Like, it's efficient, it can win games, it's probably decent, but not really my cup of tea. So I don't really plan on playing it again. It's just not necessarily my style. But I think it's fine, and 3-2 record is fine. Combo matchups do seem harder, but we honestly played a lot of close games is really what it came down to. Even in the matches we won, we tended to play a lot of close games. Why can I not find my Momir overlay? Okay. Oh no, mono blue Momir? That's usually a bad idea. There's the island. Alright, we got a swamp goo. Oh, there it is. Alright. Overlay discovered. Finally. How do you misplace an overlay? I guess only me. We're back. You call this Tomer.deck? Because it's mono blue? Alright. 2-drop time. Let's get a... I'm not going to pitch a forest because we're going to hit a Raphellos here. And we're going to want our forests. Do it, Tron Dragon. Almost Raphellos. Wait, some fishes like to eat eels and some eels like to eat fishes? Oh, fishers. That makes more sense. I was like, that doesn't even make any sense, flavor text person. I can fix the chat. I guess this it must be a little different size. The overlay. Pious Evangel, gonna gain our opponent some life. When does the Commando video with Tomer come out? That's a good question. I have it mostly edited, but ooh, that just stops everything from attacking. Well, anything with power less than 5. It's like a removal spell. That is pretty good. Luckily, they can't flip it because it's a token, so there's no back size. Because that would be bad. But it still is annoying that they're just going to gain life every turn. No, so I haven't finished editing it yet, but it might come out probably not tonight because of that. And then tomorrow night, Commander Clash will probably be coming out. Jeez, defend your Momir. Ether Membrane is an interesting card. The problem is, I guess you could hope you played against creature decks and then like force use cards. What's that weird goblin card from a like M14 that can make all creatures attack? It has really like trolly taunting art. I can't remember the name of it though. That would be a funny combo. That's true. We could go for Emrakul. Goblin Diplomats. Yes, that is it. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, that would be a good combo with Ether Membrane. Flower Stone. Ooh, that's a flyer. It actually... If our opponent wasn't on all islands, they would be able to attack with their Flowstone. See, this is an example of why you usually play red mana. It would totally be able to attack there. The 4-drop we got was Spiked Baloth, the 4-2 trample. Our opponent got a wall, and then this flying Drake thing as their 5-drop. The old one mountain Momir. No! Oh my god. Oh, it's 5 mana Phage. No. Oh no. And they even have our Ether Membrane to block it. Oh, the ultimate. Crushed. So crushed. Oh, Vorthosian Jank with... Oh, Vorthosian Jank just gave me the early GGs just because they knew it would... just because they knew it would drive me crazy. And now they have mountains too. So many horrible things. I tried to play Sky Swallow Run against the odds once. I did. What was the loop? We were gonna like play it in. Oh, it was like in the deck that ended up being Phage. We were gonna play it and somehow sack it, and it would come into play under our opponent's control, and we would get all their permanents. But it never actually worked. I mean, in theory it works, but in practice, no. I think it was ended up being the Phage deck, Endless Whispers deck. It was my initial build of Endless Whispers. You were right, there are mountains over there. Well, luckily our opponent's trying to transform their tokens. So that works. How much mana do they have? Grim Poppet. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh my goodness. Yeah, what other horrible things can we hit? What is our opponent doing? I'm so confused, Vorthosian Jank. Are you desperately trying to kill your Pious Evangel? Well, that's a fitting number for what just happened to me. It was evil, through and through. Oh, okay. It's just the rub-ins? Oh my goodness. Oh, Vorthosian Jank. You wait a week to play Commander with me. I hit a Sky Swallower, and then you just troll me killing your own stuff. I guess I'm kind of proud. Nope. Just you get it forever. Doesn't matter. That would be nice if it said that, but no, they're gone. Once they're gone, they're gone. So I guess we skip our drops for a while. Oh no, man, that 0-drop Momir game was so bad. Well, I'm proud of you, Vorthosian Jank. Oh god. Alright. Enough of that. Enough of that. We're gonna be down to 0 permanents. Oh, so bad. Well, that was, man, Sky Swallower. I don't think I've ever hit that before. That was pretty bad. This Eldritch Company list has Kiki-Jiki. Is this Jeff's list? It looks like a sweet list. Adding Collected Company is nice. That is pretty spicy. I learned that basically Collected Company just makes decks good. It almost doesn't matter what you play. You can be that 4-color warrior deck. You can be 4-color warriors. You got Coco? No problem. You're gonna win games. Like, Coco is just that overpowered. So it's a good card to play. Alright, Mountain, go. Island for our opponent, and passes. Alright, no! Horned Kavu kills itself. I gotta return it to our hand, and it's gone forever. I have not added anyways. That's true. Collected Company doesn't help everywhere, but that probably came out backwards. That's not what I meant. I didn't mean that Collected Company is just good in any deck, but you can take any like random tribe and that just has a bunch of low-cost creatures and throw collected company in it, and you'll make a somewhat competitive deck. Oh, all Regent, that's a good question. I think so. I'll definitely make a 7-drop. I always make 7-drop. Actually, I think I have made a 7-drop basically every game of Momir I've ever played, and I've never once hit Phage. In my entire, I don't know, I've played hundreds of games of Momir. Maybe even more than that, and I've never once gotten a Phage. Which is fine, but, ooh. Oh, in my hand? Well, I guess it's still card draw, so that's something. Yeah, Oblivion Soar's one cast. Things that are the nuts are like Oracle of Moldiah, because your land is all decks, is insane. Primeval Titan, also pretty insane. I kind of want to hit a Phage now, in all honesty, just because I've never done it before. I want to, I guess hitting Sky Swallower. I've hit things like that, Sky Swallower, Leveler. Things that also lose me the game, but I've never... Did I say my land is all the decks? Apparently that is what I said. Alright, so we're taking a bunch. Oh, goodness. I don't think I even know how to add a quote, so you all are going to have to figure it out. Yeah, anything that ramps or draws you cards, or makes your opponent discard cards is very good. Okay. 4/3, you can pay 0. It becomes a 3/3 essentially and has flying. Old Magic cards, so funny. It is evasive, so I mean, I guess it's not bad as a 3/3 flyer. It's also a spirit. Would be works with rattle chains. No, I've been avoiding that to Logic Blade. Lemur, I can say that part. The first part, I'm not even gonna try. Hello, Petrius? Something like that? Beergerg, thank you for the follow. The lemurs looked harmless until they descended on my troops. Within moments, only bones remain. Oh no! Lucid Ficklesdotter, leader of the Order of the White Shield. Fixed daughter. Alright, close enough. See, that's why I was trying to avoid reading that card name. For Thothian Jank, are you correcting my pronunciation? Oh my goodness. Baloth Null returns 2 creatures. We don't have creatures, so that doesn't do anything. We did a league with Abzan Evolution. We ended up 3-2. Lost to combo mostly. We don't usually have that many views over a long period for Commander. Paid 2 against Trample. Alright, I guess we attack and just 0 it. Hopefully we get ahead so we can do some trolling. So this card, one of the things you used to be able to do in Magic Online, and I shouldn't be telling you this, because you can probably still do it and it's not fair, but say your opponent floats mana for some reason, there's mana in their mana pool, you'd be able to just activate this 0 ability over and over again, and your opponent would couldn't F6 because they have mana floating, so they'd have to hit OK, and you could theoretically time your opponent out that way if you were fast enough. People really used to do that on Magic Online with abilities like this. Temur War Shaman. Enters the battlefield, manifests top card of your library. Well, we don't got to worry about that turning face up anytime soon. The quote is added. Tom is a streamer. He streams under the name MTG Radio. He's a Commander streamer. So if you're looking for more Commander streams, Muncher, definitely check it out. I don't know his exact streaming schedule, but I think you could figure it out. He streams pretty regularly. And he also builds some of the Commander Clash decks on his stream. So you can actually influence the decks. Ooh. Oh. Alright. Less exciting than I had imagined. I guess it's big and flying. Oh, that's the other thing I didn't tell all of you. We're doing another viewer-submitted week. We're recording it next week, so it'll be up in a week or two. But we're doing another viewer-submitted week for Commander. So make sure to, if you have a Commander deck that you want to see played on Commander Clash, make sure to send it in. Leave the comment on YouTube is probably the easiest, but you can also tweet it, email it. And if you have a specific person that you want to play it, you can also specify that. Like, oh, this deck is for Wormskin Forager. Oh, I played this in Mirrodin Limited quite a bit. So, yeah, and you can also specify if there's, like, this deck is for Tomer, this deck is for Tom or Richard or Seth. So if there's a certain person you have in mind, you can also suggest that. Loosely, the 20-tick budget, it can be anything you want. There's no holds barred. But try to keep it roughly in around 20 ticks on Magic Online. So if you can try to keep it around there, that would be awesome. See a harassment owns, but if it's a little bit over, that's fine too. Or under. Yeah, I really need to play a Nukuzer deck. Because it's all about drawing cards, and I like that. Let's just kill that thing, I think. You can give me... Yeah, Edric? Edric actually looks insane. The times... I've never really played Edric. Yeah, I mean, if it's over budget, that's fine. But if it's way over budget, I would probably just try to substitute some of the more expensive cards. So just know that if it's really expensive, your Black Lotus and stuff will probably get... I guess Black Lotus isn't legal, but your dual lands will probably get downgraded to shock lands or something. My email is saffronolive@mtggoldfish.com. So if you send it there, I will get it, and I can ship it along the suggestions to other players. Ooh, Terastodon is pretty solid. I think we just hit all our opponent's lands. I'm not really too worried about dying here. Yeah, I won't let Tomer play Edric anymore. What? I clicked all 3 lands, I swear. Ugh. I thought I clicked 3 of them. Oh, man, the next... Well, not this Commander Clash. This Commander Clash is still sweet, but... The next Commander Clash we're recording, I think, is going to be one of the craziest Commander Clashes we've ever done. Yeah, I swear I clicked 3 there. Oh, I double-clicked the same land? That makes sense. Yeah, the next one, it's going to be crazy. It's the initial idea came from Tom. Well, I can tell you the initial idea. The initial idea was from Tom, and it was to have everyone play the same commander, but that it would have everyone would make very different builds of the deck. So it wouldn't just be everyone playing the same thing. They had to be all very distinct. So I think the example he used was Newmont, and someone would be like land destruction, someone would be dragon tribal, and so forth. So that was the idea. But what made it really over the top is what we ended up deciding on for the card. I have no idea how it's going to work, and it's going to be super insane. So we're all playing the same commander, and it's going to be an absurd game of Magic. We've never... Well, you're allowed to have more than 2 players, or 2 players can play the same commander. That's not against the rules. We just normally don't do that on the series because we want to keep it fresh and different. But we thought it would be fun to do something different. The email, if you're still asking for it, is saffronolive@mtggoldfish.com. You can also tweet it to me, leave it on YouTube, any of those places. But if you want to just email it to me, that's the place to do it. Ooh, Mogus? Mogus sounds sweet. Last time, what did I play on Viewer Submitted Week? It was something that drew a ton of cards, and it was really fun, and I won. So that was awesome. Man, this lemur thing is really getting there. Strangeroot's decent. It's a good sacrifice target, I guess. How about old One Arm? Who's old One Arm? Yeah, oh man, Tomer. Tomer just... I don't even know. He like spent the entire week looking up bear puns or something, and he must have just had a big list of bear puns in front of him, and spent the entire time reading them one by one. A fan of Corona. I got Theros God Tribal Corona. Ooh, that sounds spicy. Oh, Gnarled Scarhide, okay. Oh, this is a card that does things. Alright, Pestered. 8 drops are a lot of times better than 9 drops, so I decided to make a 8 drop there instead of a 9. 8 drops are usually better if you're at parity. They're just more powerful. The advantage of 9 drops is there's not many bad things that'll happen to you when 8 drops occasionally will wrath your own board or something. Excruciator. 10 drops. I guess there's some good Eldrazi at 10. This does 3 damage. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna pass. Oh, Werebear is the best flavor text. I was so disappointed when they took that away. I asked a buddy who has a friend on Twitch to have him look into your application. Oh, well, thank you, Salt. That would be awesome. It would definitely be nice. The main reason it would be nice to be partnered, I don't especially care about the whole sub thing, but it would be really sweet to be able to have our own emotes. Also, it means there's always quality options, and it hasn't really been a problem lately because we've been actually getting a a ton of viewers. Thank you, all of you. That was awesome. We've been getting like so many viewers that we've had quality options anyway. But it would make sure that we always had quality options, which is nice. Yep. That's Stormtide. That's probably going to be bad for us. Are we really going to lose 2 in a row to Vorthosian Jank? Number 7, who's been making fun of me the whole time. Come on! Oh, not 9-9. Can't attack. Well, we have 2 turns. Yeah, the emote thing I definitely would be excited about. Commander deck, you can send it to me on Twitter. You can submit it as a YouTube comment to any of the Commander Clash videos. And you can email me, saffronolive@mtggoldfish.com. Any of those things will work for your deck submission. We're gonna lose to mono blue Momir. Momir against the odds. Chaos, thank you for the follow. The problem is, this thing will just shoot it down. This Lady Caldera. Just like, she shot down that ogre. Come on! Removal creature. Well, it does have flying. Oh man, a little too late. So we're gonna need to hit a... We're gonna need to hit a hasty flyer. And I think if our opponent doesn't hit a flyer, then we can win. What's my collection valued at on Goldfish? Oh, I thought Vorthosian Jank was trying to trick me into attacking. He said, "Oh, you know your lemur can attack." And I was like, "Yeah, then you just kill it." And I thought it was a elaborate troll to try to trick me into killing the lemur, but apparently it might have worked if we had just been attacking the whole time. The problem is creatures without flying or island walk can't attack, thanks to the Stormtide Leviathan. And everything is islands, which is also part of Stormtide Leviathan. And, oh, our opponent hit a flyer. I don't know if we have an out now. Well, I guess our out is... We always have the out of removal. Like Hoverguard Sweepers, the Bounce Kraken. One of those things would do it. Otherwise, Hasty Flyer is no longer an out. Oh, Thundermaw would do it, but we're going 8 mana. 8 mana can save us. 8 mana has board wipes. This is our 8 mana is our best out here. Penguin, no. You know, thank you for the follow. We can't block because it has Island Walk, and all of our stuff is islands. That dragon would work. And we get... Oh, a random emerge card. No. Yeah, Ixodron, Platinum, Empyrean. There were a few things we could have hit, but... Well, that does it. I wonder how low on... I wonder how low you can go with this. Maybe I can just make Magic Online draw the game. Is that possible? Slith, thank you for the follow. That's a goal. If I crash Moto, then I didn't actually lose to Verthosian Jank. Attacking with Lemur wouldn't have worked anyway. Yeah, our opponent would have just shot it down. Yeah, I think his clock did go up once for some reason. Well, you can go to -50. Ha! Beat you to it, Vorthosian Jank. Oh, good game. Thank you for the match. That was fun. So, Momir, we Sky Swallowed all of our stuff away, lost to Mono Blue. Made a -50 though, which is pretty cool. As far as constructed, 3-1, or 3-2 rather, which is fine, but the deck wasn't all that exciting. We'll play something more spicy on Tuesday, maybe some sort of Super Friends list, because people have been asking for that for a while, and people like the Against the Odds, so it might be Super Friends time on Tuesday for our next stream. Anyway, let's see. So if you want to see this stream and old streams, MTG Goldfish Replay, you should definitely check that out. Also, if you want to support the stream while we're waiting to get partnered, you can always buy a sweet playmat and so forth. I just activated it because I could. There wasn't any strategic reason for it. What's up, Scratch? You got here just as we're about to call the night. They have Ice Age cards, most of them on Moto. They were part of the Masters series. So if you want to support the stream or the site, the easiest way to do it right now is to pick up a sweet playmat or t-shirt. We got t-shirts back in stock, some sweet MTG Goldfish merch. Or you can also sign up for premium through MTG Goldfish. It's like $6 a month. You get collection management tools and all that stuff. So, Vorthosian Jank, I am proud of you. You did troll the crap out of me through the entire match. And for your very first match on Magic Online, that was pretty impressive. So, well done to you. Hats off on the constant trolling, making fun of how I mispronounce things. Giving me the early GGs when the game was still going. You hit every mark of a Magic Online troll, so congratulations, well done. Anyway, boys and girls, I think that's all for tonight. We'll be back. No, not you. Anyway. We'll be back on Tuesday with another one. In the meantime, got Commander Clash going up, a couple of conspiracy videos, awesome things like that. So keep an eye out for that. Otherwise, we'll be back on Tuesday for some more fun, possibly a Super Friends deck, maybe in Modern with Doubling Season. We'll see. So have a great weekend, everyone. Thanks for hanging out. You're awesome. And I will talk to you soon.